Welcome back to Staccato Stitches. Today I am super excited to dig into some amazing knit and crochet sweaters that can keep you warm this fall or winter. We've got a mix of cozy cardigans, pullovers, hoodies, so whether you're wielding a crochet hook or knitting needles, I've got the pattern for you. It'll keep you warm and stylish all season long. So let's start with Richard's cardigan. This is a waffle stitch crochet cardigan. It's a very versatile piece. It's got that laid back, cozy feeling, but the waffle stitch gives it a bit of structure and texture overall that makes it really stand out. It's a great layering piece. It's light. It's good for those chilly days when you just want to throw on something that feels like a warm hug. And pockets. Come on now. We all love a cardigan that's got some pockets. For this cardigan, you are going to be using acrylic yarn. Now, the recommended yarn is out of stock, and by out of stock, I mean it's discontinued, and you can have a finished piece in less time than you expected. Plus, acrylic is super low maintenance, it's machine washable, it's durable, it holds its shape, which is exactly what you want for a garment like this. The only downside is that it's not very breathable. Acrylic is not known for its breathability, so if you want to use something like Wool Ease Thick and Quick, that would probably work, and it would keep you warm while also allowing it to be breathable. The waffle stitch pattern here is really the star of this cardigan. It's achieved by alternating front post and back post double crochets, and it creates a thick textured fabric. It's super fun. I love this stitch because it looks complex, but it's actually really simple once you figure out how it's constructed, right? It gives the cardigan that chunky, cozy feel that's perfect for winter and fall. Depending on your color choices, it can be a fall cardigan, or it can be a winter cardigan, or it can be both. Who cares? Wear whatever you want. This cardigan is worked flat for the body and seamed up the sides, which is great if you like projects where you can break things down into manageable pieces. The sleeves are worked in the round from the armholes down, so you get a nice seamless look there. The front bands and the pockets are added afterwards, so you have plenty of flexibility to adjust the fit or even leave out the pockets if you're not a fan. But who's not a fan of pockets? Come on. Next up, we have the fall to winter crochet sweater. I really love this one because it's designed to be size inclusive, and the relaxed fit means that it's perfect for layering. You could wear this over a turtleneck or even just a tee, depending on the weather, of course. It's super versatile and designed for comfort, so you can lounge in it or dress it up a bit. You do you. It calls for a DK weight yarn, which gives it just the right balance between warmth and drape. If you've never worked with a DK weight yarn before, it's a great middle ground. It's not too bulky, but it's still warm enough to wear in the winter. The yarn choice really affects how the fabric moves, and with this sweater, you want something that will give you a nice flow without being stiff. The stitch pattern is simple, but that's what makes it so elegant. It's all about letting the yarn do the talking. This pattern uses basic crochet stitches, so it's approachable for beginners, but the result looks polished and refined. This one is all about achieving the perfect drape, and the stitch choice plays a huge part in that. This sweater is worked flat in pieces and then seamed, which is great if you like to work, section by section, and it also means that you can easily adjust the length or the width as you go. If you're new to garment making, this is a fantastic pattern to try because the shaping is minimal, and the construction, it's really straightforward. Next up, we have the Pulmu Pullover. It's one of those crochet sweater patterns that really stands out because of the colorwork yoke. Normally we think the knitting, it makes that colorwork yoke, but this is crochet. I mean, who doesn't love a statement yoke, right? It's worked from the top down, And so you can try it on as you go, which is always a bonus if you're making something fitted. And the short rows in the back, they help the neckline. It's just a little bit higher than the front neck, which makes a huge difference in how the sweater actually fits. The yoke actually uses tapestry crochet for the color work, and the rest of the sweater is done in extended single crochet. You know, you really think knit for those bright, fun, colorful yoke sweaters, but you can do it in crochet. If you haven't tried extended single crochet before, it's really great for garments because it creates a fabric that's a little less dense than single crochet, making it more breathable and drapey, and that's what you want in a sweater, right? A breathable, drapey, not stiff, dense fabric. Yeah. This sweater is knit seamless from the top down, and its construction like this, it makes it smooth without any surprises. The color work might seem intimidating if you're new to it, but tapestry crochet is a really fun technique that gives you a crisp, clean line in your color changes. Plus, since the yoke is worked first, you get the hardest part out of the way first. And then it's just easy peasy crocheting in the round until you finish your sweater. All right, we are going to move on to knit patterns now. So first up is the Kenan's hoodie. I'm actually making this right now. I'll show it off in a later video. It is knit in pieces from the bottom up. Everything is knit flat. Got that casual oversized fit that makes it perfect for throwing over pretty much anything. I wear a hoodie over anything. And it's also knit in a really cool, easy memorizable pattern called the broken rib stitch, which gives it a nice little subtle texture while keeping the hoodie soft and flexible. This hoodie uses worsted weight yarn, which makes a balance between warmth and breathability, and I love a hoodie that's cozy but not too bulky. And the worsted weight here pretty much hits the nail on the head. That's what it does. It hits the nail on the head. The broken rib stitch is really easy to knit, but it adds a lot of visual interest. It's one of those stitches that looks more complicated than it is. So if you're looking for a pattern that has some texture but doesn't require a ton of mental gymnastics, then this is a really good choice. And having worked on it a little bit, it's super easy. I love the results. It's super drapey. You're gonna love it. The hoodie is knit flat from the bottom up. Everything's in pieces, everything's seamed together. You know, some people don't like that, but I really do. It's an easy pattern to follow since the hood is knit separately. It gives you some flexibility with sizing and shaping, and you can really make this piece your own by adjusting the length or even playing with different yarns, like I am. Next up, we have the blue terrain sweater. This is another knit sweater, and it's perfect for anyone looking for something sleek and modern. The blue terrain sweater is knit top down with raglan shaping, and it has a slim fit that's great for layering under jackets or coats. It's knit in a fingering weight yarn, which is great for making sweaters that are lightweight but still warm. And this kind of piece you can really wear all day without feeling like something is weighing you down or you're like pulling at your neck and doing this kind of thing because you're hot. It's knit in fingering weight, it's gonna be fine. Stockinette stitch is used throughout this entire pattern, which, you know, might get a little boring, but the results are gonna be stunning. It gives it that smooth, simple texture that really lets whatever yarn you choose shine, and the raglan shaping adds a little bit of structure to the otherwise sleek design, and I love how clean and polished this looks. Next up, we have the Flaming Mountain sweater. This sweater is all about sleek lines while keeping you warm. It is a top-down raglan sweater. It's fitted and it has a double neck for extra warmth, and it's a great option if you are looking for something that's both functional and stylish. It's made with alpaca yarn, but don't fear, because you can substitute. If you use 100% alpaca, there's a chance that it might stretch because alpaca doesn't have memory like wool does. So I would probably do this in wool. But alpaca is super soft and luxurious without being heavy, so maybe a blend of alpaca and wool would be great for this. And having alpaca is great because it's warmer than wool and it feels really nice against the skin. So if you haven't tried alpaca, definitely do it, just don't do 100%. The smooth stockinette stitches of this sweater keep the focus on the clean lines and the yarn's beautiful drape. whatever yarn you choose, of course. The raglan shaping adds structure to this garment, which you really need around the shoulders. And it is a great pattern, and I'm very much looking forward to doing this one.
Let's go already!